So yesterday happened, and um, it was like around 11 o'clock. My stomach wasn't feeling good, and I felt really off balance, but I wasn't getting spinning, and my tinnitus ramped up. So I was like, an attack's about to happen. It has to be. So I never get the vertigo, but I ended up getting on the ground, dropping down on my knees carefully, um, because I didn't want to fall. I felt like I was going to fall, and I didn't want to fall. I didn't want to injure myself. I've done enough injuries to myself from my fracturing ribs and bruising ribs and my lower back and all this stuff. I just didn't want to do it. So I got down on the ground on my knees, and my two dogs, of course, lined up against me. My wife's there, honey, you okay? And I'm like, I don't know, there's something weird. So, I remembered, we had the talk Thursday with the ENT, and he reminded me that I do get vestibular migraines. So I was like, yeah, I don't have the spins, but I don't feel like I'm going into an attack. So she's like, okay, let me help you to the chair. So, I was at the dining room table, so she helped me onto the chair, which I went, I fell over. Luckily, I landed on my poor dog, Kara, but she's good. She's fine. I'm fine. So I got back up in the chair, and I couldn't even sit in the chair without holding on to dear life. I was like, but there was no spin. I was just way off balance, way like dizzy, but almost like I was on a boat. And so finally my wife gives me a Valium, and I go lie down. And she takes me, to lay down in the bedroom. And I had texted the priest at my church, because I do the film work on Saturdays, 4 o'clock mass, to put out. I said, hey, I'm having Meniere's. I can't make it today. And, to them, it's like, don't worry, we'll do it tomorrow. If we can't, then people have to come to church. So, I woke up about an hour later, and it was like an hour and a half later. So maybe like it was 11:15, 11:30. So maybe about 1:30. Yeah, I'll say 1:30. I woke up, and I felt fine. I just felt fine. There was nothing, no Meniere's, no dizziness, no off balance, no vertigo. Tinnitus was, at a normal thing. And 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 I was like, I can go record mass. So, I didn't trust myself to drive. So my wife drove me to church, which is literally around the corner. But we just drove me to church, and I filmed the mass. And, everybody was like, I thought you weren't coming. I'm like, yeah, all of a sudden I felt better. And I've been feeling okay ever since. Well, except for my eye. The dry eye is getting much better. I'm able to put my new glasses on and actually keep them on. But I was like, that had to have been a vestibular migraine or an extremely short Meniere's attack. Because even Valium will make me rest and sleep, but it never goes away like that. I never go to sleep and then wake up, I'm better. I'm usually wake up and I'm kind of like in a fog. I wasn't even in a brain fog. So I was like perpetuating, like, that's got to be a vestibular migraine. And then somebody asked a question in one of the Meniere's groups about the difference between vestibular migraine and Meniere's disease. And somebody commented a post, and it was a picture of, okay, this is vestibular migraine, this is Meniere's, and my God, it was vestibular migraine. It was all the symptoms that I had for vestibular migraine under that column, and I was like, that's what a vestibular migraine is. Okay, so I've gotten these before, but always thought it was a Meniere's attack. Because the two, and then I did some of my own little research, and yeah, the two mimic each other. So that's why, now I understand why my doctor said it's a spectrum, vestibular migraine, Meniere's. And there's a spectrum between it, and some people cross the spectrum, or in the middle, like me. I'm in the middle. So I can get Meniere's, which would be spin-off vertigo, all that fun stuff, and then the vestibular migraine, which is an off balance, and some symptoms that are with Meniere's disease. But you recover. It seems like you recover a little quicker with the vestibular migraine than you do with Meniere's attack. Because I had to go back to church today to live stream because the video I did yesterday, the audio, everybody sounded like a Disney character. I'm not kidding. When I played the raw video, it was fine. When I edited it, the singer sounded like Mickey Mouse. The priest Minnie Mouse. The priest sounded like Mickey Mouse, and I don't even know what the deacon sounded like because he has a deep voice. So whatever Disney character has a deep voice. So it was a good thing that I actually I went back and live streamed it this morning because it came out a lot better. But I kind of just was like, I figured it out. With the help of that person's comment. I wish I could remember names and posts and stuff and groups. I can't. But from seeing that poster or that image of Meniere's disease and vestibular migraine, that helped a lot. If I could find that, I'm gonna add it to this video. But yeah, so I wanted to kind of bring something forward to saying, yeah, vestibular migraine doesn't seem to be as long as a Meniere's attack. Like, vestibular migraine can last, 10 minutes to an hour, maybe a day. But Meniere's attacks can last anywhere from 2 hours to, I've had them for 4 days. So, I think the length of it too. So, I'm kind of putting a little bit more into researching vestibular migraine now that I remember the doctor reminded me that I have them, and trying to figure things out a little bit more. So on that note, I'll probably do more videos about this the more I learn. But, I've been a learning curve too. I spent so much time with Meniere's disease. Now I have to spend some time with vestibular migraine. So on that note, hey, it's Sunday night. I hope you all have a great week. If I don't make a new video this week, Merry Christmas to people who celebrate it, and happy holidays. I'll talk to you soon. Take care, everybody. And remember, better days are coming. Take care.